The following presentation is brought to you by the Pride of ODU, the official NIL collective of Old Dominion Athletics. Be a monarchist. Join the Pride. Monarch Nation, today we are joined by Old Dominion football's newest commit, Karl Peterson. Karl is a 6'4", 240-pound tight end from Estonia and is currently a sophomore at New Mexico Military Institute. Welcome to the show, Karl.
Good afternoon. I'm happy to be here.
Hey, first off, congratulations on your commitment and being named a Second Team JuCo All-American.
I appreciate that. I feel like I made a really good decision with going with ODU.
All right, well, we talked a little briefly before we started, and you kind of talked about your football journey a little bit. Why don't you tell fans a little bit about how you've gotten to this step in your football career?
So it's been a long journey, as I am from a country that basically has no football at all. As when I did play in Tallinn, Estonia, we had around 40 players in the whole nation. So we just barely have one club, and we used to play Baltic League, so against Latvians and Lithuanians. So these three countries combined to have a really low level of football. I played a year there. I got named the Offensive Player of the Year, so it started off pretty well for me. And after that, I started realizing that I might have some potential with football. So there's this organization called PPI Recruits, which basically takes the best European players to America to tour different camps and showcase their talent to American coaches. And I went to one of the London's camps. I performed well there. I got invited. I went to the tour. In my opinion, I did really well on the tour as well. And I got a lot of coaches' interests. But my game tape from Tallinn, Estonia, the level of football there is so basically non-existent. So after the coaches asked for my game tape, this is kind of where it got left at. And after that, this one coach called, his name is Signee. He's an American guy. He also played Division I ball, and he's a head coach for one Germany club called Nuremberg Rams. He basically recruited me there and told me that I have potential and I should go and play with him for a year and get a better game tape to basically advance to America after that. And that's what I did. I went to Germany. I trained with him a year. I played there a season, and I had a really successful season there as well. And after that, this game tape definitely helped me a lot. And I found myself playing in JuCo for New Mexico Military Institute. And I feel like I still had a lot I left out on the field. Could have definitely done way better, but my performance was enough to be named All-American. So it was pretty fun.
Yeah, it's a very interesting journey. So I looked a little bit, and when you played for the Nuremberg Rams, they listed you as a receiver.
When I was in Estonia, we didn't even have a position called tight ends. So when I was in Estonia, I didn't even know what a tight end is. So when I got recruited to Germany, I kind of got recruited as like a bigger receiver, because when I was playing in Estonia, I was definitely smaller. I was maybe like 6'1", 6'2", like 210, around like that, because I've been to the gym since I was 14 and haven't skipped since. So I was like a bigger receiver. So, but when I got to Germany, the owner of PPI, Brandon Collier, he looked at me and he told me like, "Man, you ain't no receiver, you a tight end." And then I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm willing to do anything. I'm willing to do any position to make it to the state. I mean, I would play linebacker. I'm going to do whatever y'all know what's best for me. So they started training me as a tight end. And this was basically the first time I even put my hand down on the line and started learning how to block. And but in Germany, I still played like a tight end, but they flexed me out a lot. I played tight end, I played H-back, I played slot receiver, and they even put me fully out on a wide out, and I got some fade balls as well.
That's awesome. So playing tight end, it requires a little bit of blocking as well. How do you feel about your blocking skills so far?
This definitely in the beginning, I was I was fortunate enough that my offensive line coach in Germany was a really talented coach. He won the German Bowl, and he had a really successful playing career himself as well. So straight off the bat, when I started learning blocking, he gave me really good tips. And of course, as I played receiver in Estonia, like my ball skills and all of that, I'm really comfortable at that, and I feel like this is definitely my best value. But I also did judo for 7 years when I was younger. I'm a two-time national champion, and all these I feel like all these other sports definitely helped me to pick up the part of the blocking really fast. And I feel like I've improved a lot over the last 2 seasons when it comes to my blocking, because I have the strength. Like the strength is definitely there. I have the pushing power. It just comes all to the technique. But I'm confident here too. I came to America. It was okay. It was okay. The first 2 games, I definitely could see some improvement. But if you look at like more to the latest games of the season, even over this one season, I improved majorly on my blocking game, and I feel like that definitely won't be a problem for me.
Yeah, I think blocking is definitely something that you can work on it and practice on it, but you really grow a lot more playing it in real games.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
so during your recruitment process, it seemed like a lot of Sunbelt schools were after you. You made a visit to Troy, you made a visit to Old Dominion. What was it about Old Dominion that kind of stuck out for you and made them your choice?
Um, as soon as I got offered by Old Dominion, like from basically the first time I talked with Coach Weeks, I feel like I had a really good connection with him, and I did my research even before the visit. It felt like an amazing place, and that was also the reason why Old Dominion was the first school I set up my visit with. When I came on the visit, I had high expectations, but they even exceeded this. I had an amazing time. I met a lot of the players who felt amazing, like amazing competitors who want to go and get after it. All the coaches I met with, um, I had a really good connection with. The place overall was amazing. Everything I saw in the school, the city, the place. It, I mean, it felt immediately when I was there. It felt like a place I could definitely see myself playing at. So the next visits I started taking, I already knew that they're gonna have to show me like something exceptional for me to find something better.
Yeah, so I guess during your research, I'm guessing you watched quite a bit of game film and saw, or at least looked at the statistics to see how often we use the tight ends here.
Definitely, that was one of the bigger key points, as well as Coach Ron. He has developed a lot of NFL tight ends. I mean, I'm gonna say it already right here, right now, that of course I want to have a successful college career, but I'm aiming for the highest point. So I want to go to the league. I definitely feel like I have the potential, and I know that I'm just in the beginning steps, but I feel like I got so much more improving to do at the game, as it has already happened over the last few years. And Coach Rana is an exceptional coach, developing tight ends like that. And Coach Weeks is a really good coach too. So I feel like Old Dominion overall in the whole country is definitely one of the best spots for me to achieve my dreams.
Now, when I think of Estonia and football, I think of two players, Michael Roos and Margus Hunt, and both were very
Yeah.
similar in how they played. They were both tough, hard-nosed players that just never gave up a battle. Um,
Yeah, I mean, that's the nature of us Estonians. We are like a hardworking people throughout the history, as it's been. And yeah, we're just competitors, and we always leave everything out on the field. And we seize every opportunity we get. We cherish every moment, and we're always thankful for everything. So definitely, Margus Unt was also like one of the first ones that I got introduced like NFL by when I was younger, as he was the Estonian who was playing in the league. And I mean, as I mentioned, there's no football in Estonia, so his journey was a little bit different as well, as he basically went to SMU in track and field as he did discus throwing and shot putting, and the coach just picked up on him that, hey, you're like a 6'8" massive athlete that can play football with us, and we'll make you an athlete, and that's what happened with him. So all of our journeys are really different to like a regular American football player.
Yeah, it's something I can admire how hard you've had to get work to get to this point. So for those who haven't seen you play, could you describe your game, your biggest strengths?
I think my biggest strength as a tight end is definitely my athletic ability. As all the other sports, I did track and field for 4 years when I was younger, and ran 100 meters and did long jump. I played volleyball for 4 years as an outside hitter. So I am like 245 right now, but I can run fast. I can jump high. I was a goalkeeper for 7 years. So my ball skills are there. I can always track down the ball. And I feel like I'm really confident when it comes to like 50-50 balls. I feel like it will never be a 50-50 ball with me. I can track down the ball. I can make the catch, and I can make differences in third down situations where where you need sure hands the most. And yeah, I think overall, my athletic ability and my ball skills are definitely the one that separate me from the other regular tight ends.
All right, so Coach Ronnie, when he talks about tight ends, he talks about multi-sport athletes, and clearly you have that playing volleyball, judo, track and field. Um, but there's one thing he said he always looks for is if the tight end can dunk. So
Yeah,
I don't,
yeah,
I
of
don't,
course, of course, of
yeah,
course. I can't. It's a little because all the sports, as you see, like volleyball, like soccer, all of that is you always jump without a ball. So for me, that's one sport I've only tapped in for like few months when I was younger is basketball. But yeah, I'm a 6'3" tight end. I can definitely dunk.
that's awesome. So this off season, what do you think are going to be your biggest areas of focus to improve to be ready for game one?
I'm definitely, as I already kind of mentioned, I'm really confident in my catching abilities, but I want to elevate my game as a tight end overall. So I will definitely be working a lot on my blocking technique to get really consistent with it. And yeah, overall, just get into even a better shape than I am right now, and make sure that nothing that I face on the field will become a problem for me.
All right. So, with classes, workouts, practice, team meetings, college football is basically a job and it requires a love for the game to be successful. So, what is it about football that makes you love the game?
Yeah, that's definitely one of those things that I feel like has taken me as far as I am right now as well, is the passion. Like all these other sports have done, nothing stuck with me like football did. I fell in love with this sport immediately, and one of the biggest differences I think I saw between the other sports is just the team chemistry, as football is as much as a family as it comes. Like of course in other sports as well, you need your teammates to perform for you to succeed. But I feel like when it comes to football, if your I don't know if your offensive lineman misses a block, the running back or the QB can get hit really bad. So everybody has to be on the same level. Everybody has to have the same mentality, and it's just the family vibe that it comes with it. And I mean, I'm not scared of all that from the tough schedule it brings, because I feel like it's all every second of it is worth it.
Awesome, Carl. That's a great answer. So, I'm going to ask you a couple fun questions and then we'll close out.
Sure.
So, let's say you're in the weight room and there's someone in there you want to impress. Maybe it's a girl, maybe it's a coach. What lift are you going with to make them impressed?
Oh man, I definitely have to choose the bench press.
All
I
right, how
feel
much
like
you
bench.
putting up?
My PR is 395. So I can bench press a little bit, but I'm looking to even up it up a little bit. So hopefully when I get to the campus of ODU, I can bench press over 400.
Well, that helps with the blocking for sure, or getting jammed at the
Definitely.
line. All right, and then if you were a boxer or a UFC fighter, you'd need entrance music, right?
hmm
So let's say you're running out of the tunnel for ODU football, and you get to pick your entrance song. What's going to be that song?
Since I already was a little boy, I've always loved 50 Cent. So it definitely has to be something out of the 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying album. Maybe Many Men.
All
That would
right,
definitely hype me up.
I like that. That's a great choice. So Carl, thank you so much for joining us today. Do you have an
Definitely. Thank you for having me.
Do you have an outgoing message for ODU fans?
Hey, so far I've been welcomed warmly, and appreciate all the support everybody has shown me, and I'm super excited. Like, I can't put into the words how excited I am to get to the campus, and getting to the Division 1 school and playing at the Division 1 level has been my dream for many years now. So I just can't wait, and I promise that I've been working hard all these years, but I'm even working even harder than I was before right now, and I'm gonna continue that so I can definitely put out the show for the fans and for the team.
Well, thanks again, Carl, for joining us. Congratulations again on all of you've achieved to get to this part of your football career. We can't wait to see you on the field this fall.
Definitely. Thank you for having me, Mike.
Appreciate it.